You know, you don't need to be a show-off to start marketing a business. You just need to be you, you know. You've heard all the advice: start a business, stand out, make millions. And you cringe at the very idea. Because if you're anything like me, standing out is very hard, you know. It goes against every instinct in your body. But what if there was another way? What if there was a way you could grow your business by just being you? So in this video, I'm going to set out 3 ways that you can build a business online or off, actually, without resorting to hype, overkill, or anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Firstly, there's the trust paradox. That's probably what I call it. It's, don't think you have to jump up and down to get attention, because that goes against everything that you've ever learnt about when you were growing up. You know, we were told not to brag, don't show, no one likes to show off, stay in your lane and stuff like that. We were told that no one likes a loudmouth, you know. That means, what does that mean? For most people, particularly those of a certain age, well, the high energy dancing up and down just screams risk. You know, you're not really serious about what you're doing. People like that are just looking for someone who can answer their problems, solve their problems in a calm and, dare I say, professional way. Is that too much to ask? Just look at the wave of quiet creators just right now. Eh? The truth is that low energy and calm, they're not liabilities, they build trust. The second point I want to make is what's the difference between kind of expensive silence and cheap noise? Because I spent 25 years as a solopreneur in expensive silence. You know, I had all the skills, but they all stayed in the background. I had the skills, the experience, the expertise, but I just didn't talk about it. You know, and the solution to that isn't noise necessarily, particularly if it's not you. As much as I'd love to be Gary Vee, I'm not. And I've come to accept that, and that has been a liberation for me, and it's meant that I can start doing the things in ways that may be kind of a little bit clumsy sometimes, but they feel comfortable. And that is fine by me. It's all really a question of redefining what showing off actually is. Because people want to hear from you, and they want to hear what you're about, why you do what you do, and they want to identify with your stories. So from that point of view, talking about yourself is not showing off at all, despite what you've been led to believe. It's about telling genuine stories that your prospects are interested in. You're joining those conversations that your prospect is having with themselves. You build trust by sharing something of you these days. You can't be this monolith anymore. People want to know. People want that connection with you. So you don't need song and dance. The calm explanation will basically do just fine. There's a lot to be said as well for being an everyday hero. You know, we think we need a superhero story. You know, you went out to save the world, you know, saving the world from a meteor or something like that. Oh, this Superman thing. But nobody buys from superheroes. I hate to tell you, they buy from humans that they can relate to. So these are the everyday superheroes. When I talk about my life, sometimes I wouldn't say I find it boring, but it's every day, let's say. Just like your story is every day. You think it's just what I do, you know? And that's fine, but for somebody else it's extraordinary. For somebody else you are a superhero. It would be a very good idea to embrace that. So if you present yourself as perfect, your client thinks, well, he can do that, but I can't. Well, don't be the superhero, because that is unattainable. Be the real person. Share the mistake you made, or why you struggle, the struggle you overcame. You know, show-offs filter out their flaws because they are scared to show them. Vulnerability here is a strength. You highlight yours to build that connection, to build that bridge between you and the person you are talking to. You know, no one likes to show off, yeah, but everybody roots for the underdog. So if you want to find out more about telling this story in a kind of a more authentic, vulnerable way, well, just hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you on this journey with me. And if you want some more practical help about how to tell your story, go to the link in the description, how to tell your story without when you've got no idea where to start. It's a great start to your journey. I'd love for you to come on it with me. See you next time.